Kylian Mbappe makes his home debut for Real Madrid as they beat Valladolid 3-0. Robbo, you were there. It's the other new striker who gets on the score sheet.
Yeah, Endrick came on probably with 7 or 8 minutes to go. Mbappe, I didn't think had his best game. Certainly didn't have his best game. Endrick came on, dropped his shoulder, went on his right side, shot with his right foot into the near post. The goalkeeper should have done a lot better, but it was a great start for him. That was his debut at the stadium.
Goalkeeper Karl Hein on loan from Arsenal, Estonian international.
And we looked him up. He only played once in the under 21 cup or whatever it is, So
he's got like 20 caps for Estonia. So respect. Last week I suggested that maybe Endrick should go on loan or play with. Now I'm not so sure because is this still something like? Do they need Endrick this season, or are they better off bringing him along very slowly?
I think he's not going to get a lot of game time this season. And as we saw with one of the other substitutes, they've got a ready-made player that can come on and affect the game in Brahim Diaz, who did brilliantly and scored the second goal and made the third goal as well. So, I'm not sure that Endrick will get that much playing time because they're not going to leave Rodrigo out, they're not going to leave Mbappe out, they're not going to leave Vinicius Jr. out, and they've got Bellingham to come back into the team as well.
That's right. I thought they looked more balanced with Güler in there than Bellingham, but obviously they'll have to find a home for Bellingham when he comes back. For me, the concern is still in central midfield. Toni Kroos is missed against teams.
They were in the first half. They were very poor against a team that just wanted to sit deep.
Yeah.
Now, Arne Slot celebrated his Anfield debut with a 2-0 win over Brentford. Gab, were you impressed?
I was impressed. I thought I thought Liverpool looked really, really good. I thought they could have scored more. Brentford, obviously, even without Ivan Toney, who's still mulling his move to Al Ahly or wherever he's going, they're still a tough out. And I thought they played well. It was a nice counter from Diaz. Mohamed Salah looked sharp. And I like the fact that it's a little more possession-oriented. It's a little more precision-oriented. I like where Szoboszlai is playing. I think it's kind of like attacking center right midfield or whatever. I like what he's doing. Sticking with Liverpool, though, there are 3 free agents to beat. Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mohamed Salah. How many of those guys do you think will be back next year? And which of the 3 is hardest to replace?
Well, I'll answer the first question. Who's the hardest to replace? Mo Salah. Because it's difficult to get somebody to come and score as many goals as he did and play with the same pace and drive that he does when he's playing at his best. I think Van Dijk is an exceptional player and a good leader and be the player I'd want to keep at the club.
Of the 3?
Of the 3.
Yeah.
Because Mo Salah can only do it for so long because his main attribute is his pace. That's gonna die at some point. Or he's not going to be quite as quick and quite as effective. So
they also have other good strikers.
And they have other good strikers. If you're going to be paying a lot of money for a player of his age, Van Dijk can play for several more years at his quality. The player I would let go, if there was one of those that you could let go, would be Trent Alexander-Arnold. While he's a very good passer of the ball, for me, as I've always said, he can't defend. And he's been allowed to get away without defending by Jurgen Klopp for a long time and defended in terms of, it doesn't matter because he's a great passer of the ball. If you're a right back or a holding midfield player, you need to have a defensive brain as well. And he hasn't got that. So I would say that Trent Alexander-Arnold would be the player that Arne Slot probably wouldn't worry about not keeping.
I think this is a huge call to make. He's mid-career. He's younger. Once you decide not to extend it, and I can understand why they decided not to with a new coach coming in, obviously you're going to have to commit a lot of money. I thought maybe there was an outside chance that Real Madrid might roll the dice with him. They may yet do so if they can get him as a free agent because Real Madrid need a succession plan down the right. Obviously, they have a Hal not getting any younger, and they have.
He's an ideal player for Real Madrid as well because he wouldn't have to do quite so much defending, and they'd keep hitting those balls out to him, and he'd get getting crosses into the box. He'd be an ideal player for them. Now, no like Lautaro Martinez, but Inter roll to a 2-0 win over Lecce. Gab, business as usual?
Well, compared to week 1 where they made individual mistakes and self-destruct despite playing better, I think they just focused on not screwing things up. It was interesting. We saw the TNT front line, Mehdi Taremi and Marcus Thuram. I thought it worked well. I think Taremi, I wasn't, a free agent, whatever. I thought I was just coming a paycheck. But no, I think he puts himself about, gives them a different dimension. I think they look good. Inter Miami beat Cincinnati 2-0 last night with 2 goals from Luis Suarez. Lionel Messi wasn't there as he's reportedly nursing an injury. Robbo, some are critical of Messi and his lack of availability. He hasn't actually played, I think, since before the Copa America, June 1st. And St. Louis City sporting director Lutz Pfannenstiel had some pointed words, not specifically about Messi, but I think maybe more about Marco Reus, who visited and chose he didn't want to live in St. Louis.
Well, I think he's got a little bit of a point, but
What did he say?
he actually said that if you only come and want to play in Miami and LA and New York, then you're coming for a holiday. Now, if I was saying I wanted the best, if I was selfish and I said I want the best for me, and I want to play as well as I can every time I go on the pitch, I'd say I'll play every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks. I'll miss out the away game and I'll play in the home games. And that would guarantee almost that Lionel Messi would be at his best every time he played. So he may be doing it for professional reasons and not just going for a holiday. So
Well, whatever it is, Inter Miami have they have the most points in MLS.
Yeah.
They're number one. They've done it without Messi.
Yeah.
If he wants to look after his body and be sharp for the playoffs, I got no issue with that.
No, nor I. No. Now, Swiss broadcaster SRF reports that FIFA is suing Google over search results. Gab, what's all this about?
So this is a funny one. So basically, SRF is serious. This is like the Swiss nationals, like the Switzerland's BBC. So I presume the story is accurate. FIFA have taken suing Google because if you type in certain things in the Google search engine, they say turns up a website which is libelous towards FIFA. Reportedly, it's an obscure website. I have an idea what that website is, and at least when I Google it, it doesn't come up straight away. But maybe different situations. Switzerland have tough libel laws, tougher than than other countries. So this is a thinking because obviously FIFA could have sued Google anywhere. It's not like Google's a Swiss company. It's kind of funny because I think one of the upshots of this is that people are going to wonder about this and what horrible things untrue things about FIFA are out there or on this website, and they might actually search for it and it might go up the Google rankings, and so it may have the unintended consequence. So
effect.
I'm not sure this was the wisest choice, but it could just be a test case for FIFA.